Hey guys, and welcome back to the AC Milan Career Mode, by far the most popular series on my channel. And if you're going to enjoy this episode, and if you're enjoying the series so far, and please let me know by leaving a like down below. It's time to look at some objectives because we're almost halfway through the season. As you can see, we've got a few games coming up in this month, but we're about to hit the January transfer window as well, and it's a good time to do a little review of how we are doing. We've had a squad report recently. We've noticed that a lot of the youngsters are going up and some of the 30-year-olds are dropping in stats, which is interesting for that transfer window. I will have to make some changes, but first and foremost, the most critical exposure, we've already completed it. Signed one crucial team player assigned to a midfielder position. That was Memphis Depay. We've earned 50 million earnings from shirt sales, probably thanks to Memphis. So we've already achieved the main objective, and that's probably why our rating is currently 90. We need to obviously qualify for the Champions League. We're currently first in the league. Everything's going well when it comes to youth plays. We've got youth plays in there. I'm sure we're going to be able to sign one up and play him in Season 2. Financially, we're looking good as well. We have 3 seasons remaining there and we're almost halfway. So, looking good so far in this career mode on every single pretty much field of the game. We're looking good. We're looking strong. We're first in the league, although Roma have a game in hand. And this clash here at the Stadio Olimpico is immense. If they beat us, they overtake us and they have a good lead. If we beat them, we stay in front of them. So we know what's at stake here. Because there is such a positive vibe and I'm feeling so good about our team, I've decided to give some of the youngsters a chance. Donnarumma in net, De Sirio, Romagnoli, Paletta, Calabria. No real changes there. Calabria was already in the team before this episode. But Locatelli is coming into the midfield instead of Sosa with Kuchka and Bonaventura. That midfield is looking strong. Memphis Depay, Carlos Bacca and Sousa up front. As you can see, we're slowly bringing the average age of the starting 11 down. And they're going to get tested today away from home against Roma, the second best team in the league. It's going to be a good game. AC Milan are having an absolutely fantastic season, a good mixture of youth and experience. Paletta leading that line, but some talented youngsters in there as well. Locatelli will be given his chance. Let's take a look at the Roma lineup. The 2 best teams in Italy, head-to-head. The best teams on form as well. It has to be a good game. I'm excited for this one. Donnarumma talking to the team. That's what you want to see. I don't care about the age of my players. If they've got the right mentality and they're ready for this one, then I'm going to back them all the way. And here we're taking a look at the Roma lineup. A few good players on the bench. Totti, Juan Jesus, Rudiger, Bruno Perez and Juan Manuel Iturbe are on the bench. That just shows you how strong their team is. Perotti, Dzeko and Salah form in the front line. De Rossi, Paredes and Nainggolan in a very powerful midfield. And Thomas Vermaelen with Kostas Manolas is a solid centre-back partnership. Memphis Depay, look at the space. Daniele De Rossi is trying to chase, but he cannot keep up with the pace of Memphis. Memphis is running through. Alessandro Florenzi coming to close him down. Memphis Depay does so well to find Carlos Bacca. Saved! And Suso cannot turn in the rebound. Early chance for AC Milan. Suso into Bacca. Bacca into Bonaventura. Bonaventura out wide to Memphis Depay. He's in behind. Memphis first time. Good save. What can he do? The youngster, Locatelli, spots the run by Suso. Suso takes a touch inside. It's lovely work. And he's been brought down just before he could pull the trigger. We're probably going into half-time at 0-0. But Milan, definitely the better side so far. And it appears, after Suso got tackled in that chance I just showed you, he is now injured. Hirving Lozano will make his return to the pitch earlier than expected. I did not want this to happen. Injuries are always the bane of my life pretty much. Fernandez Suso could be out for a considerable amount of time. We've got fantastic stats to show for it at half-time, but we've lost one of our most creative players. Hopefully we can keep it up though in the second half and Lozano can do just as good a job. Bacca over the top. It's a lovely ball into Lozano. Lozano looking for Kuchka. Kuchka against Manolas. He's stronger than Manolas. Into Lozano. No, it's gone to Bonaventura. Bonaventura's been brought down and it's a penalty. The referee has given it. Thomas Vermaelen goes in for the challenge. It was a risk. I'm not sure if it was necessary. I had still a lot of work to do to create a shooting opportunity. But Thomas Vermaelen did not have the patience in that moment. And he brings down Bonaventura. And it is a stonewall penalty. The man for the job is, of course, Carlos Bacca. From the spot. He has not failed us yet, I do believe, against Wojciech Szczesny, who's a decent goalkeeper. Bacca just places that lovely, slow, composed, and puts the keeper the wrong way. It's 1-0 AC Milan, and this could prove to be a very, very big goal in the title race. 11 goals for Carlos Bacca. He's helping us get towards that Serie A title. I know I'm already mentioning the Serie A title. We're up there. I know we shouldn't be challenging, but if you're up there, you should go for it. We're taking it game by game. and we're looking to hopefully win every game. Locatelli showing his dominance in that midfield. Bonaventura, Bacca, Kuchka, Locatelli. Back into Bacca. Milan in control. Bonaventura waiting for Bacca to make a run. He's got to turn back to Kuchka, but again the possession numbers are absolutely destructive of Roma. Here is Bacca into Locatelli. He's been brought down again, and it's another penalty for Milan. Thomas Vermaelen is having an absolute mare. He's lucky to not get sent off for that second foul in the box. Locatelli takes a touch. He goes in from behind. You could argue that that is a second booking for Thomas Vermaelen. The Belgian is single-handedly winning AC Milan this game. And it's Carlos Bacca again against Wojciech Szczesny. What can he do? Bacca powers it, and he's missed. Szczesny went the right way. I think if that was on target, the Polish shot stopper would have saved it anyways. But that is poor from Carlos Bacca. But the goalkeeper looked to have it covered anyway, so it doesn't really matter that much. We've missed a huge opportunity to double the lead. Calabria, yes, well done. The defence again holding out strong. And Milan on the counter-attack or something else. Look at this. Brilliant play. Memphis Depay is going to make that overlapping run. He's in behind. It could be 2-0. It's Memphis Depay against Wojciech Szczesny. And the Polish goalkeeper again saves it. 81st minute. Can Roma get the equaliser? It wouldn't be deserved, but they're pushing for it. There's a man right there, and Donnarumma pulls off a fantastic save to keep it at 1-0. AS Roma suffered their third league defeat and fall behind the Rossoneri now, who are having an absolute dream season, even with a young side they put out there today. They have proven they can dominate big teams. The likes of Locatelli, Donnarumma, they all stepped up. They proved to be worthy Serie A title winners. I know, it seems weird, but we are gunning for that title. Look at the stats. It shows complete domination. Milan deservedly come away with 3 points. I'm not going to give man of the match to Carlos Bacca. He missed a penalty. I do want to give it to one of my midfielders because the key today was the 3-man midfield against Roma's 3-man midfield, and we completely battered them. As much as I'd love to give it to Locatelli for winning a penalty, Giacomo Bonaventura just has better stats across the board, better tackling, dribbles and passes, so I'm going to give it to Jack. Brilliant game from him in the midfield, but everyone in that midfield clicked. It seemed like to be a trio that has played together for years. Honestly, these three in the midfield were outstanding. Suso has suffered a dislocated shoulder and is out for 8 weeks. That's a big gap we need to fill. We've got the likes of Honda and Lozano battling for that spot now. I think we should be able to do a job without Suso. Honestly, Memphis Depay and Bacca have been the more prominent forwards in our team, so this opens up opportunities for other players, and hopefully they can prove to me why they should be in the starting 11. It's absolutely beautiful. It was a bit early to call this a potential championship decider, but in my opinion, it was a big win and it could decide the outcome of this season in the Serie A. We've got a few youth scouting updates coming up and a few contracts. I will renew all 3 of these players, their contracts. Not interested in this, but let's take a look at the monthly scouting update. Also, someone who's in the last year of their contract is Hachim Mastor. I'm going to offer him 18,000, hoping that he'll accept 4 years instead of 3. Obviously, Mastor is not someone I'll be using in the near future because he still has to grow a lot. Hopefully, he can play a part in the future, though. Honda, Poli, and Desilio will all get the wages they ask for and the years they want, and hopefully they'll accept. I've gone through all 3 scouting updates from France. There's only Jeremy Courbet, who looks decent, 94 maximum potential. We're going to sign him up straight away. Unfortunately, Italy was a bit of a failure. No one really coming through from there. But Brazil proved to have, again, some fantastic talents. Guilherme Alvarez is going to get signed up, and as well as Igor Cardoso and Hugo Azevedo. It's time for the next game against Atalanta. They're in the top 6, so a force to be reckoned with at the San Siro. And in our current form, I'm expecting us to win this game, though. If you're so dominant against the best side or the second best side in the league and you win away from home, I don't see any reason why to change the team if you don't have to. Donnarumma in net, Desilio, Romagnoli, Paletta and Calabria in defence. The most impressive midfield performance comes from these 3. Bonaventura, Kuchka and Locatelli will be linking up again. Memphis Depay, Carlos Bacca and Keisuke Honda are playing. I opted for Honda over Lozano because Lozano played in the previous game and Honda is fully fit and I want to see what he can do. Lozano will come on though in the second half because I'm not sure who's better, Honda or Lozano. We're going to find out at the San Siro against Atalanta. Hopefully 3 points and a clean sheet again. We've never seen a more impressive start to a Milan season in years. Hopefully we can continue the run of form today against Atalanta, a solid side. But honestly, we should win this one. And also, Carlos Bacca is fighting a personal battle for the top scorer of the Serie A. I don't know where he's standing right now, but I think he's pretty close to being first. going to try and pile drive it towards Carlos Bacca and hope that he can get in front of his man and score. It's there, it's Bacca! He can't quite get there. It's a mix-up in the defence, and they've just about escaped from going 1-0 down. Memphis Depay pulls it back towards Romagnoli. Romagnoli's got to finesse it. Decent effort from the centre-back. Oh, mistake by Drame. It's Carlos Bacca who's through, and he chips the keeper, and it's goal. It's a goal. I thought it was the side netting. I couldn't really see because of the shadows, but Carlos Bacca picks up his 12th goal of the season after a poor pass out towards Drame, who loses the ball too easily, and it's a lovely finish by Bacca. He squeezes that in between the goalkeeper and the near post. That is a world-class finish from the Colombian to give Milan the lead, and that is what happens when you're in good form. Manuel Locatelli spreads it out wide to Honda. Honda into Kuchka. Kuchka into Bacca. Bacca looking to play it back into Bonaventura. Bonaventura towards Desilio. Milan putting numbers forward. Confidence in our abilities. Desilio into Bonaventura. Bonaventura into Memphis. He turns. Oh, that's cheeky. That is cheeky. The confidence is oozing from this Milan side. And he's done it again, the keeper. Through to Carlos Bacca. He's going to chip him again as well, and it's 2-0. Carlos Bacca scores a very similar goal to the first one. He trips over the defender during the celebration, but the goalkeeper, how has he messed that up again? He's made the same mistake twice. Drame, you can't really blame the defender, the poor lad. He's been put in a horrible position by the goalkeeper, and they get punished for it twice by Carlos Bacca. In towards Memphis. Memphis out wide to Carlos Bacca. He's in for the hat-trick. It's Carlos Bacca. It's saved. And it's Bonaventura who puts it in for 3-0. Not even the first half played. This is astonishing, and even the doubters, even the harshest critics will now have to believe AC Milan are hunting for the Serie A title. Incredible match facts. I am playing on Legendary. I want to make that clear to you guys. 2 goals from Bacca is enough. It's time to give Lapadula and Lozano a chance in the second half. It's a great ball. It's going to be a goal, and it is one back for Atalanta. Lovely ball into the area. The defenders were sleeping a little bit on that one. Alberto Balocci brings back the goal, and that's unfortunately the clean sheet loss for Milan. Paletta wasn't really aware of the run in behind, and maybe lack of communication from Romagnoli, I'm not sure. But that was a little bit too easy. Nothing Donnarumma could have done about that. Going short to Memphis. We're going to look for the pass towards the edge of the area. It's Romagnoli again, not the man you want in that position. Locatelli turns. Locatelli shoots. Sportiello makes the save. Usually a reliable goalkeeper, but he did cost his team 2 goals today, as the game is about to end 3-1 in favour of the Rossoneri. And again, an all dominant performance from AC Milan. A man of the match is once again very tough. Our midfield again was solid. Bonaventura with the goal, but Bacca with his 2 goals this time gets it. He forced the shots as well that allowed Bonaventura to tap it in. So Carlos Bacca gets man of the match. And before we move further, we're going to take a look at some of the messages we've gotten. As you can see, we're currently first in the league though, with Lazio we're having a game in hand, so they could overtake us. Bacca has overtaken Paredes in the top scorers rankings, which is fantastic to see. Well done, Carlos Bacca. But I wanted to address this quickly. Crociata, Mastor, Poli, Desilio, Honda and Donnarumma have accepted their contracts. Donnarumma had 1 more year after this season, but I just wanted to renew his contract as soon as possible. I never ever want to sell him or be forced to sell him because his contract ran out. That's why I renewed his contract. So things are looking good. I'm not going to play the 3rd game though. We had a lot of stuff to talk about. Contracts, the objectives. We had some youth players coming in, so I feel like the episode is going to be too long if I play this 3rd game against Bologna. But the Bologna game will be played in the next episode. We will have the transfer window, probably simming this game against Pescara. I'm not too sure. And then playing the Torino game, hopefully doing some business, especially offloading old players. I'm not sure who I want to bring in. I know who I want to let go, but so far the squad with these youngsters has proven to me that they're capable of doing the job. I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all later.